What's going on, everybody? The world is a better place because you are here to join us. My name's Matt Brown, and I am the host of the Productive Conversations podcast. It's a Friday, a feel-good summer Friday, the 24th of July, 2026, your final Productive Conversation of July 2026. And where do I go with this besides the different look, which I will explain shortly? But we got a good show. We had ESPN cleaning house. They got rid of certain people, if you will. Get to that. We have Trump roasting the Mets. Giants head coach doing a polarizing speech for some reason. World Cup girlfriend saga. This girl's just smiling at somebody is now a viral sensation. And we got more questions of the day. Bringing back Is That Cringe for this episode and Nuclear Opinion. So we are excited to give you a what happened this week. This is your tweet cap. And before we do that, I just want to remind you to like and subscribe to the Productive Conversations podcast on all podcasting platforms and YouTube. And don't forget to check out exclusive content regarding the show across all social media platforms. We're on Instagram at Productive Conversations Podcast, X at Prod Combo Pod, TikTok at Prod Combo Pod, Facebook at Productive Conversations. And as always, check us out on all podcasting platforms and YouTube. So programming notes. This is our last show of this week. We are going to take all of next week. So we are going to take all of next week off for our summer schedule or summer break, right? We will be back on this feed on Sunday, the 2nd of August 2026. A birthday month for Allison at the end of it. That'll be exciting. So on top of that, right? So we will have our SummerSlam reaction. Or I should say no, I apologize. So Wednesday, we will be back next week for an already recorded SummerSlam preview. Me, Ryan, and Jose do that. So that'll be available on Wednesday. That'll be our one show next week. And then we'll be back at it on the 2nd of August, 2026, as we recap, react, and talk about SummerSlam 2026. And I'll tell you one thing, it'll likely be the last show for a while with wrestling, the way it's going there, but we'll complain about it then. But we're back at it on this feed on the 4th of August, 2026. Back at it on Tuesday for another tweet cap to talk to you about what's trending over next week and next weekend. And then back at it on, that would be the 8th of August, 2026. Sorry, the 7th of August, 2026. So all gone next week, back at it the following week. So I have a new look. So this is a milestone for this show. I'll even show you myself. This is my laptop that I got the summer I graduated high school. See, with my Knicks logo right there, got that forever. It's 14 years old. We started a podcast with this. Mm-hmm. And this is a MacBook Pro. If anything, Apple, pay attention, because this lasts me 14 solid years. And as we were about to start recording, it was dying out on me. You can see signs of it over the past couple of months, but it looks like it's really only good for editing at this point. I can't get internet connection. And if I'm lucky, I can send files there. But it's ran its course. This laptop produced 775 episodes of the Productive Conversations podcast. And it's time to retire it. We won't get rid of it. We'll hold on to it. But, it gave us a great run. So I'm recording with a laptop. Sorry, I'm recording with my iPad. Luckily, brand new iPad. And we are going to record through the iPad until I get a new MacBook. But yeah, I mean, look at this. This has a CD player in it.
That's crazy.
And it lasted long. 2012 to 2026. 2013 to 2026. What a run. And these things work if you take care of them. It just ran its course. So literally like a dog. It was ready to hit its dog years. So that's why I have this look for now. And we will definitely improve and work on it for next week while we're off. And so we're going to start saving for another one. Feel free if you want to give a grant or some credit for a laptop they want to get rid of, and I'll take. One man's trash is another man's treasure. And yeah, that's why I look a little zoomed in today. But regardless, I'm excited for the show. We have a good one. Learning on the fly, but it's going to be a great time. So after all of that, I just want to introduce Allison, Ryan, Jose, and Brett here, who will join us on this show. What's up, everybody?
How's it going? Yeah,
Everybody.
moment of silence for the laptop, by the way. That's what that was.
Indeed, it was. Everybody had a good week, though.
Yeah, no complaints. At least not for me. I guess I can't speak for everybody.
Interesting week, but we're okay.
I hear that. Well, a good finale on this one. And let's begin it, everybody. Let's do the last productive conversation in the month of July 2026.
Let's
Okay,
do it.
so where do I begin with this new technology? Okay, so while the week was going to figure out how do I start this show, somebody popped it to my feed. You know, it was another pretty woman, as there are plenty of them in this world. But I saw that this woman went viral for smiling. Literally, you can see the impressions go higher and higher and higher. And I'm going to show you a viral clip of somebody. Let me get her name correctly, because we were able to find who she was. She's not. I'll show you first before I tell you her story. So this woman has gone viral for essentially smiling and while being jiggly. Let's be real. Let me show you here on the first shared screen moment of the podcast of the iPad era.
You said she was jiggly as well.
Yeah, this is what I'm referring to. So this woman
Alright,
right
let's see.
is at a pool party.
Gotcha.
Please just rewind, let me shake it to the max. Shake it to the max.
What's the
What a
most
life.
unbreakable record in sports?
How about that? So this woman, her name is, let me get this correctly. Thank you to the great Marcos who was able to somehow
Found
find this.
them.
We have Oshina. She's from France. And yeah, she got millions of followers overnight. She now has a career on social media. She was just a regular girl of France, and now more than that. What a moment, Jose! First, why do you think this would?
He's sexy as fuck. And by the way, Ryan don't know nothing about that smile.
Well, I was actually going to ask, has anyone here been to a foam party?
Yes,
No,
I have.
Because I have as well, and they're not fun.
You've
Why?
been to a phone party?
Yes, I've been to a foam party. I went to
You
college.
sure? You sure it's not a holy water party?
No, there was bubbles and everything. I mean,
What the fuck?
I can't vouch to what the water was before it was foam, but no. But I find, I mean, obviously everybody knows why she went viral, but those parties are so strange to me. The foam parties, I don't get the appeal of just being kind of like soapy and wet, just standing there listening to music. Doesn't make sense to me.
It's still
Obviously,
going.
she was having a good time, but
I mean, that shit goes on every Sunday at Foxwoods.
I've never been to a
Connect.
pool party.
I just
you're not missing
the
any.
girls at Foxwood don't look like her though.
Nah, they're more like giraffe looking hippopotamus types.
Giraffe. Oh my god. But I mean, yeah, like she literally shows why influencers go so hard on the internet. She's a literal overnight sensation. She was just standing there. She got hit by foam, and now she's a
She
star.
got hit by foam.
Hey, seriously.
Why are you famous? I went to foam.
I went to a party, and the cameraman was at the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
That's all it is. That is all it is in 2026. That's all you got to do. I mean, if you're hot. and you have the right angle, and that's why a reason to strive to be very, very good looking.
I'm just gonna start shaking my ass everywhere I go and filming it.
Honestly, that's a good strategy. That could help. I mean, seriously.
That could help.
I mean, I'll take a quote from. Now, I don't necessarily agree with the sentiment, but I understand where he's coming from Antonio Brown. So it's already a bad idea to start quoting. But he said, "Yeah, you are a baddie." Well, I'm paraphrasing. You are a baddie, but you're also half naked, and people are horny. So that was a G-rated version of what he actually said.
It's the truth.
Are we mad about this with society, or are we just gonna accept it?
Am I mad? No, I don't. I don't even know these people. Plus, she's French. Like, if you have a problem with this, I'm just sorry, but like, that's too much. You got too much going on in your brain to have a problem with a woman dancing at a foam party. I will also say, if you immediately followed this person on Instagram and now you're one of her millions of followers, that's weird too. I will say that's strange, but.
Like Pizza Girl?
Yes, exactly, like Pizza Girl. Although this one, I mean, this one clearly outperformed Pizza Girl because it's only one video and it was an overnight success. Pizza Girl didn't get millions of followers overnight.
Well, for all we know.
And at least Pizza Girl can make pizza. There was a talent there.
Yeah, putting it in the oven.
But hey,
We don't even. Yeah, that doesn't matter. But at the end of the day, this world is defined by looks, unfortunately. So make sure you look as handsome as possible if you're a male, as beautiful as possible if you're a woman. The same thing for all the other genders in this world. Be good looking. That's the message we should get, if anything, right?
yes. Well, unfortunately, some people like me do just look like this. This is the best we've got. So there are other strategies that you'll have to employ. But yeah, it definitely helps
I
to
mean,
be good
everybody
looking.
can work with something, right?
Well, that's what I'm saying. You gotta play to your strengths, but it's way easier
It's
if
a
you look good
confidence,
in
right?
foam.
I'll tell you a story from yesterday. We went to the Yankee game, right? Me, Alice, and Brett, a bunch of other people, right? I shouldn't be impressed because anybody's a person, right? But I saw this little person, right?
Sure.
And my man was an ultimate short king, holding hands with this 11 out of 10. I think it would have been a douchebag move. I say, yo, good job. But, like, you know what I'm saying? He was a good-looking little person, you know. But he was able to work with what he has. And he pulled it off. And who knows what goes on in that room, but my man is winning.
There's a whole I believe subgenre for that we won't talk about now. But yeah,
There's
no, I
also
get what you're saying.
there's also a whole bit about it from a famous little person comedian, Brad Williams.
Yeah,
Highly advise anyone to watch it. It's actually one of the funniest bits I've ever seen in stand-up comedy.
I'm gonna check that out actually after.
he is funny, I will say.
Yeah, that particular bit though, where he's talking about little people dating or marrying regular people.
Yeah.
Like just like the examples he's giving is just like when you hear it, it's this the way he explains it is just so funny.
Shout out to Brad Williams there, but for Oceani, I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. Good luck to you in your new life.
Hopefully you don't end up like Hawk Tua.
Mm,
You mean
nobody
making
wants
you
that.
mean making a bit you making a meme coin and almost getting arrested?
That's what I mean, actually. Yeah, I can see it now. Foam coin.
And it's just what she literally just
Oh,
she wasn't even barely jiggling either. Like we saw little, but like she literally just smirked.
Yeah, she was
Like
having a good time. She
the
wasn't
title-
performing for people. She was just enjoying herself. Good for her.
So essentially, whoever sprayed her with water, who would have thought just one other different movement? This could have been a whole different story, right?
Yeah, well, it's like I was kind of kidding, but not really. It's the same as with the Hawk Tua. They just went up to her randomly and made her famous. You know what I mean? Just it was random.
And it's funny. People try to go viral.
Doesn't work, yeah.
Some pull it off, but but most people don't. So
Yeah.
what a weird game we're in, right?
Agreed.
All right. So next on the docket, we have ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. They decided to make some changes. So it was reported that we had quite a few layoffs at ESPN as we head into the fall season. So people to point out to start, right? And then we'll go into specifics. There's two ways I want to talk about this. Number one, Ryan Clark, after 11 years, gone. And he was fired in the middle of an NFL Live segment. Unfortunate timing, but it is what it is there. Carl Ravitch, 33 years covering baseball.
My fellow Ithaca Bomber alum, by the way, Carl Ravitch.
Yes, unfortunately, he is another unemployed college graduate.
Of course he is.
33 years. That's a crazy way to say that, but it's true. You're not wrong.
Cam Newton and Bart Scott also let go, besides the other background staff that has been fired as well. So those are some of the big names. First, I want to talk about Ryan Clark. 11 years at ESPN. Played in the NFL. Bro really upset a lot of people from his very outrageous takes. A lot of them racial for some reason. Undermining also, and he's undermined his fellow colleagues as well. Remember the Peter Schrager last football season for basically you can't talk about football because he didn't play in the NFL, which is a bullshit take. And we really shouldn't celebrate somebody getting on losing their job. That's not right. However, when it comes to certain people, all you could just say is it makes sense, right?
I mean, listen, not everybody can say they had 11 good years at ESPN. And of course, Ryan
I'll
Clark
just
is
say years.
I was going to say Ryan Clark is one of those people as well. So I don't know. Obviously, you're right. We don't want to see anyone get fired, but he would never I never thought he was adding anything all that interesting to the conversations.
Until he got until he literally got personal with people. That's when it got interesting.
Well, right, yeah. When
my
he,
opinion, at least.
Yeah, when he took it to Twitter, when he left set, took it to Twitter, and just said whatever the hell he wanted. Again, usually without being even related to the sports things anymore. Then people paid attention. But as in terms of his job that he was allegedly paid to do, or his alleged job he was paid to do, I should say. Yeah, I don't think he added anything all that interesting. Honestly, Cam Newton was a way better analyst than he was, and
I love Cam Newton personally. I think he has great takes that even though he wears a stupid hat, I think he is a good analyst.
No,
That's what I mean.
I lost a lot of respect for Cam Newton when he said two different things. One of them was he would rather have his MVP award than a Super Bowl to explain why he didn't dive on that ball against the Broncos, which, by the way, he was a shitty teammate. I think that shows what a shitty teammate he was. And also, his other thing saying that he said if Eli Manning he says if people are voting for Eli Manning to make the Hall of Fame, I deserve a gold jacket. I'm like, you don't deserve anything. You never won anything. You won one MVP. You were so bad towards your third or fourth year with the Panthers that they slowly phased you out and they only signed you back 4 years later as a courtesy so you could retire in Carolina where you started your career. So Cam Newton also just thought he was such a much better football player than he actually was in the NFL. Just saying. Although one of the best college quarterbacks I've seen.
Counterpoint, Ryan Clark also thought that. Ryan Clark also thought that. And he wasn't. Because at least Cam did win an MVP. No, my thing with it was, I mean, he would talk about how Tom Brady and Drew Brees and Peyton Manning weren't weren't great.
Yeah, they call them compilers.
It didn't make sense. Nothing he said made any sense. Again, nothing he said added either to context to the history of the game or context to current playing. He was just in this weird middle space where he was not useful to anybody. So again, it sucks that they had mass layoffs. I will say that. It'd been much
especially
better.
for the hundreds, the thousands of people who aren't famous.
Right, it'd been way better if they just moved him somewhere else and everybody else got to keep their job. But, I guess Pat McAfee had to make his album. So,
Well,
It's also interesting to me though how ESPN goes about it, because I understand that companies need to have layoffs because like it happens every now and then. But my whole thing is, it's like, first of all, what is ESPN doing with their money if every 4 years they have to lay off a shit ton of people? What are they doing with their money?
they're giving it to Pat and Stephen A.
Yeah, but part of me is like, they're also spending a fortune on all their productions for like NFL and stuff. It's like, you're telling me you don't have enough to pay people? And second of all,
and they got rid of baseball too. Where's that?
and second of all, my other thing is just that like, you're gonna pull someone off the air in the middle of a segment. Like
that was wild.
At least let them finish the day. At least let them clock out of work.
Yeah, that's wild.
Their reason was, excuse me. Their reason was he didn't want to find out online. They want to hear it from him, and they were going to drop the story anyways. I think with Andrew Marchand of The Athletic, but that's just weird. It is a weird one. But I mean, yeah, Ryan Clark and also just the race baiting and. Like, basically, let's be real. He thought certain white people were racist. He was being racist to white people, which I don't believe in that concept, but he was very specific on some of those claims.
If someone can do it, he was definitely giving a roadmap to try, right?
Him and Jamil Hill, but he's around.
He's got his own podcast on the side.
I actually don't dislike Jamil Hill, though.
Yeah,
I will say.
I don't dislike her, but everything she tweets makes me annoyed. But I don't just like her. Every once in a while,
but I'm saying
I know every once in a while she says something I agree with, but that's a lot. Literally once in a while.
Yeah, but
Ryan Clark has never said anything I've agreed.
No,
I genuinely on any subject. I don't.
I admire Ryan Clark for one thing though, and I think everyone forgets about this: the way that Ryan Clark called out Brian Kelly with the whole LSU thing with that player who like was essentially forced to play when he had a brain tumor. And now he's like permanently damaged for life. The way Ryan Clark conducted that interview and made everyone realize like how dangerous football is, and also how psychotic some of these college coaches are about winning, like that they'll just risk their players' lives for no reason. I applaud him for that interview because that took a lot of balls to put that online and get millions of views. Like a lot of people would not have conducted that. I mean, there's prime examples of that with other things like Urban Meyer trying to protect his career and not doing anything about Aaron Hernandez in college and anything like that. And of course, the famous University of Miami finding the biggest criminals on the planet to become some of the best football teams in the history of college football with guys who are literally like committing armed robbery.
It worked.
Like after games to celebrate.
Hey, man, it's a tough world out there. It's scary. But the other part of this to discuss is, yes, a lot of people are blaming Pat McAfee, not even Stevie A, Pat McAfee specifically, for these layoffs, as he gets paid $60 million a year to work at ESPN. So on his show this week, he had JJ Watt on, and he had to point that out too. So let's see this.
Slow news day over there on the ESPN airwaves, huh?
No,
not true. I mean, besides the fact that you're getting $100 million.
Okay, Jage, please.
You're ticking everybody off the network, and nobody's
take it away. You're gonna lose the award with what you're doing.
Place?
Now, on that note,
there was no one else.
There was no second place. Actually, the gimmick was going to be if he didn't act like that, but now maybe we need to. And I would like to let you know, Jage, don't be reading the internet like that. Okay? You're smarter.
Oh, I read it all.
What?
Did they buy NFL Network this year?
Who? They did.
Did they? That's crazy.
There's also
Did they keep anybody, or is everybody fired to pay you? I'm trying to figure it out.
That's not funny. That's
it out.
not funny. We do not like that. We do not appreciate that. That is the narrative, and I'm certainly taking it on the shins. The boys and I are very proud of the work that we have done.
Thanks a lot, Moana.
Okay.
Good God. I mean, come on.
All right, okay.
Just play the hits with Doomsday or whatever.
Okay, all right. I'm not.
That's wild. I love that.
I don't know. I don't remember the
Thanks
names
a
of
lot,
those.
Moana.
I don't really remember the names of those side characters on the show, but they're funny.
Boston Cotter's that one. But yeah, man, I mean, it has to at least be pointed out. And as mentioned from the points before that Brett was making, like, you are paying him an absurd amount of money that, with all due respect to Pat, and I love Pat a lot. I listen to him every day. Is he really driving that?
I would be
viewers.
shocked.
Like, people are only.
No, he is. He is.
I'm watching people. A lot of
60
people only watch
million
that
a year.
McAfee
Or what
at
is
the
it a year?
gym, at the airport, and at the bar.
Do you know how many people I know that listen to Pat McAfee?
No, but
also, not only that, ESPN's college football viewership for the pregame shows has probably gone up significantly because of how entertaining Pat McAfee is at the table.
Do you really think people go into college game tape to see what Pat has to say?
Absolutely. Our generation?
No, I don't.
I disagree.
I disagree entirely. But also, my thing is, even if he did,
through 25, absolutely.
But so even if they were, right, $60 million is so much money.
Yeah.
Do you know how much money you have to make a company to be worth? Because it's not, you made $60 million, so you get $60 million. No. If you're getting paid $60 million, you're making that times a magnitude for the company. There are movies that company, because let's not forget, this is all Disney. There are movies, they made a Moana joke, that Disney pays less than $60 million to make. Yeah. There are full productions that go into movie theaters that cost less than $60 million to make. And I have a hard time believing Pat McAfee generates that much revenue on his own. I don't see how. Like, not even an insult. I'm sure he is factually very successful, but I don't know that one person on one show can generate enough money to make $60 million. I feel like, honest to goodness, they're paying him at a loss to themselves, so he doesn't go somewhere else because they don't have a solid viewership. I think they're overpaying to keep him from going somewhere else.
Yeah, let's not forget the fact that he left Barstool because of disagreements with his contract, then was independent for a little bit, and then ESPN saw an opportunity and grabbed him.
Right, and so it's like, to me, as much as he says we don't like this narrative, I low-key think it might be not true in that, we need to cut people because we have to pay Pat. But they've prioritized keeping Pat McAfee at what may genuinely be a loss, probably not a huge loss, but a loss to the company. And they are factually cutting the fat so they can have a couple of big names that they don't want to go elsewhere. And McAfee is one of them.
It's really just him and Stephen A. That's it.
Yes, that would be the other one. That'd be the other one. But yeah, no, to me, I don't think it's as crazy as Pat thinks it is, which is not his fault, by the way. I'm not blaming him.
They paid him. Yeah, it's not his fault.
Yeah, he didn't say. I mean, they paid him. That's what you do. You get offered money, and if you like it, you take it. If you don't like it, you don't take it. Obviously, you like $60 million.
I used to feel kind of bad that he worked every single day. I was like, you know what? Nah, he okay.
Yeah, he gets paid enough to work every day.
And he literally flies everywhere and all.
Honestly, he probably doesn't pay for that either. That's probably on top of salary.
Right? He literally $60 million a year. I also think he didn't appreciate that JJ Watt joke.
Well, yeah, he didn't, but
also, let's not forget, JJ Watt made way more money in his career than Pat McAfee did.
Well, as a player, yeah.
As a player, yeah. JJ made a lot more money.
So, Pat McAfee, it's okay, bro, but that's just the price you pay when you're on the face of everything, ESPN now, and then getting paid millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars. That we talk about how there's literally going to be a player soon within the next 10 years who's going to have $1 billion contract. Probably Victor Wembanyama, the first one. And soon Pat McAfee's the next one. So, yeah, crazy. All right, the other sports-related segment I have for you all, right?
Mm-hmm.
Lamine Yamal became a sensation, already a sensation of the soccer world, and helped Spain win a World Cup. Incredible stuff, right? And he's now a megastar, 19 years old, and he is a champion, a literal world champion.
Mm-hmm.
So he started dating a girl named Inez Garcia, 2 years older than him. She is a Spanish fashion and beauty influencer with a massive following. There is a narrative because coincidentally, she started dating Yamal 3 weeks into the tournament. And we have some...
What's the coincidence there?
Evidence, though, I'll show you really quick, that she might have... that there's some evidence that Lamine Yamal might be Mr. Steal Your Girl. This is what I'm talking about. So, the narrative this week is this. That she was in a relationship 3 weeks prior for 5 years, and she left him for Lamine Yamal. As we see right here, 1,500 followers, locked down your girl, and this is the guy, her ex-boyfriend. Spent 5 years together, but the soccer star from your country with 50 million followers wants your girl. She dumps you 2 weeks for Lamine Yamal. Now he took her to the World Cup.
Sounds like she upgraded.
That's it. Things happen, right?
Oh my God.
Money talks, guys. Money talks.
First off, is this okay?
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Morally,
no.
no. Morally,
I
no.
mean, yeah, she's kind of grimy for doing it, but there's nothing. It's not illegal.
No,
He wanted to date her, and so she said yes. That's
her-
how it's supposed to work.
It's her choice, but still, it's to me, it's like morally, it should not be okay. But
He had 5 years to put a ring on that.
True.
Ooh, that's
Maybe-
a solid point.
Jose,
I'm
maybe
a
he
girl.
was
I am
about to.
not waiting that long. I'm sorry. I'm just not.
No, that's a solid point.
So
You know what?
he dropped the ball. It's a wrap. Fair game.
Yeah, maybe he thought, well, what's she going to do? Find a soccer champion? And then she did.
2
Right.
weeks.
He got comfortable. All right.
I mean, listen, obviously,
By the guy, the
it's
boyfriend,
wild.
his name is Gonzalo Torres.
Well, you know what? He's
Sounds like
not
a
to-
stage
I don't want to be grotesque here, but he has one heck of an Eskimo brother. I'm sure he can parlay that into a fun party story. And
That
life
would-
5
happens.
years from now.
That would hurt. Come on, man. I can't watch. This is Spain. They don't have as many star athletes in Spain compared to like the United States. You have
I
to
know.
see him every freaking day in your own
Listen.
country.
Wonder
At
if
the end of the
Gonzalo
day-
Torres is married to Ferran Torres on Spain. I mean, is related to Ferran Torres on Spain. Just kidding. I know that's probably not common.
Let's be real honest. He's not a bad looking good. He probably got like 10,000 fucking DMs right now. He's gonna be fine.
I
Freaking
cannot
Ronaldo.
believe how much I'm agreeing with Jose. This
Thank
is
you.
all going to be just. I mean, listen. Yes, 5 years losing someone after 5 years that cannot feel good, and I'm not going to pretend that it does. But if he wants time, he'll take time. If he wants to dive right back in, I'm sure he'll be able to do it because this has clearly gone viral, and not for nothing. But to the young lady who and she chose the man she was interested in, go for her. Good for her. One of those two from the previous relationship is probably going to be happy in about 4 years' time in a relationship, and it's not going to be the one who chose the soccer player. That's all I'm going to say. He is, 19 years old?
Yeah.
19
Also,
years
don't forget, Lamine Yamal is 19, but he's been really famous since he was 16.
Right. So he's 19 years old. He's super famous. He's now a world champion. I have to, unfortunately, just assume that this young woman is going to end up back on the market at some point before the next World Cup comes around.
You didn't think so?
Yes, I do think so, Matt. There's no way she's ending happily ever after with the dude
Do you
that
know
she met
why?
at 19.
You know
They
why?
just no
And
way.
As someone who follows a lot of sports, I could say this is that soccer players from those other countries that are playing on the high level teams in other nations, and Yamal being one of them, playing for Barcelona, I think he's still there. is that there are a lot of very, let's say a lot of very available and good-looking women in those countries that will throw themselves at these players, and not all of them will remain faithful, obviously. And Yamal's gonna run into some like other European supermodel in a bar one day celebrating a Barcelona win, and then this girl's gonna be gone. So
Plus, they like I learned that they
it's
like
gonna happen.
they rent. This is the horrible to say, but like they rent each other out, like players in like different leagues. So like you could get sent. You're still paid by your team, but you're sent to a different team
Yeah, it's
in
called
a
loan.
different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
loan.
So like, not only could
That's
you're
a
all
thing.
over. Yeah. So not only you're all over Spain, you could just end up in Italy or Germany
Yeah,
or England.
Dude,
You know what I mean?
Could,
Like,
Yamal could, for all we know, tomorrow, Barcelona could say, "Hey, we're gonna send you over to Leicester, over in England for a few
right.
months because you were injured and we need you to get back in shape, but we're playing really well right now and we can't put you in the lineup." And he
Yeah.
would say, "Okay, what happens if he's walking around Leicester?" And all of a sudden, he sees some attractive British girl, and he's like, "I want you," instead of the girl back in Spain.
Right. So the point is, and again, I'm not saying all athletes cheat, but he's 19 years old. He's going. I don't believe he's
Rich
found
as
his
fuck,
forever
by the
person.
way.
Yeah,
Rich
I
as
don't believe he's found his forever person. I don't think he believes he's found his forever person. I think she saw a chance to go to the World Cup. She took it. Good for her. And she'll have to simply find another way there in 4 years. That's my guess. And if I'm wrong, congratulations to the happy couple.
All right, I gotta tell you. So after this hypothetical,
Yeah.
I gotta tell you what really happened. According to Garcia, she claims that this never happened, that Yamal never DM'd her, and that the boyfriend Gonzalo is just a friend. This is her, so we don't know if it's true or not. She publicly denied any prior 5-year relationship, but not a relationship in general. But at least there wasn't a 5-year relationship. She claims that they actually met not on social media, but an in-person meet cute due to a declined credit card at a store. They kept things private for months, went public in May 2026 at Barcelona's season-ending dinner.
I mean, obviously, if she wasn't dating somebody else, then this goes from a bad look but totally fine to totally fine with no qualifier. You know what I mean?
But it's also just weird that internet's dependence, that somebody went out of their way to make up this whole thing.
That is crazy.
It was hard. I had to go through literal Spanish media to try to find more info on that. Hopefully, maybe it could get translated for other things, but it's all over the place. But
that being said, I do believe my previous statement is correct.
But do you feel though? How about this though? With a story like this, not to generalize the two things, but when it comes to quote unquote locking down your significant other, like making sure time doesn't go too fast. Don't wait 5 years to have an engagement, all of that stuff. Like, that's a thing. At least we can learn, because what if, George Lombard Jr., Yankee prospect, becomes a star. He signs in the DM with somebody like this, and he's turning into something, hypothetically. Is there something we can learn from this, even this false narrative?
Sure. I mean, obviously, if you like something, or if you like someone, you should let them know. I mean, that doesn't have to be a wedding ring, if that's not appropriate for what you're doing. But I would say that generally speaking, if you like somebody and they like you, you guys should definitely let them know. Because if you leave it ambiguous, then they may move on.
How long did it take you to ask your wife to marry you?
Well, so that's difficult because I had to wait for her to finish her degree. So we talked about it prior.
All right, I don't need her excuses. I just asked her a question. How long?
Well, no, it was 4 years.
4 years.
Yeah.
See that, folks? When you finally find someone that give it to you every night, you wipe that up as fast as you can. Good job, Ryan.
Right. Like I said, we talked about it for a while, but yeah, 4 years.
All right. And the other thing I want to talk about, right? President Donald Trump. Who likes President Donald Trump? Raise your hand.
Well, I guess I go against the grain. Big ups to Trump, just to piss off Ryan.
Big ups. My goodness. You need better heroes.
Big ups to Trump. That's what Jose said. Anyways, President Trump, what did he do this week that had to get discussed here? So he was at a rally in Marietta, Georgia, alongside the Atlanta Braves CEO Mike Plant and former manager Brian Snitker, who helped them win a World Series back in 2022. Right? And getting ready to introduce Snitker, Trump had this to say to, appease the Atlanta Braves crowd, if you will. So I'll get you that in 1 second. I personally found this funny, not going to lie. And
I don't know if I know what he said, so I'll reserve judgment.
So this is what President Trump had to say.
You know, the Mets have the highest salary in baseball, and they lose all the time.
ESPN.
Fuck you, Ryan.
Listen.
You're going to say something? Are you going to say the words, I agree with Donald Trump?
Go ahead, agree.
Listen. There's an old saying my grandpa loves to use about a broken clock and how it's right every once in a while, twice a day to be exact.
Right, twice a day, yep.
And you know what? A broken clock is right twice a day. They pay a lot of money, and that's Donald. They do lose quite a bit for all that money. That's just true. He's not great at telling the truth, but there wasn't a single lie in that statement. If we could focus that energy on something important, man,
why doesn't that go on Truth Social? Like, along with every other false statement that he wrote. At least
I'm sure someone on Truth Social said it, because it is true. But yeah, no disagreement. As a Mets fan, no disagreement. Hate the messenger, but the message is spot on.
To be fair, they don't have the highest payroll in baseball. They have the second highest.
That's right. But I believe the people with the first highest payroll do win games.
They are 43-60.
Right. So, I mean, you know.
Oh, man. This is after Trump hosted the Dodgers today.
Yep.
You had Shohei Ohtani and him taking a picture together.
You know Shohei goes crazy on the Trump coin, by the way. You can just feel it. That dude's hard invested in Trump coin. And if it ever crashes, man, I don't know who he's going to blame. It'll be someone. He has two interpreters, one to interpret and one to be the fall guy if there's ever any criminal liability for all his investments.
Unbelievable, huh? Even can all Met haters come together for that one?
Met haters? I think the Met haters have always thought that. I think the Met fans are the ones who need to get on board with how true that statement is, because until we do, we're not going to fix anything.
Yo, man. All right. So, and the other thing that we'll move on, we had the New York Giants' new head coach, John Harbaugh, whose stupid people make up a stupid narrative saying this is a rough week for him. So, the OTA sessions coming to an end, training camp starting next week. We have rookies starting to report to Giants camp as the other camps, right?
Yeah.
And a video came out of him, hyping up the Giants rookies for OTAs. Finally, new era. Giants have had a god-awful decade. And I guess this is one of his ways for the Super Bowl winning coach to help hype up his potential players. Because not everybody's going to make the team, but it's still an honor to get invited to an OTA camp.
Yeah.
You're still a professional football player at that point. But this speech...
Unlike Diego Pavia. Sorry.
Yes, exactly. But this speech, for some reason, upset people.
Welcome, man. Good to see everybody here. You excited?
Yes, sir. Yeah, very.
A little nervous?
Nope.
Huh? A little nervous? A little nervous, man. Nervous? Excited nervous, Nervous like you're full of game almost, man. So give this thing kick off. Standing up here in front of the New York Giants. The New York Giants. It's the New York Giants sitting in this room. The New York Giants. Wow. It's an honor. It's an honor to stand in front of this room right now. And I know those coaches back there feel the same way, right, coaches?
Certainly, yeah.
It's an honor, man. We've been working, haven't we? We've been working early and we were late getting ready for today. Today. Sitting in this chair, this seat, getting to work, getting started, or beginning. Because this is where it all begins, together.
Listen, is that Al Pacino in Any Given Sunday? No. Had there been better coaches' speeches? Yes. But it's fine. Like, what? Why?
Like, why are people
Cringe
saying that the
about that,
Giants?
really?
People are like the Giants never should have let that go public. I'm like, bruh, like
There's
really?
nothing wrong with that.
I'm like, first of all, John Harbaugh is a veteran coach. He's an old head cornball who, by that I mean he's got a really good sense of humor. He's trying to make an impression because the Giants are probably one of the youngest teams in football, and he's trying to make an impression on these guys, and he's been in the league for years. Also, he was one of the longest tenured coaches with a single team. He was with the Ravens for so long, probably almost 20 years. Like, that's very rare for a coach. He was been in the coaching of the NFL for that long. Like, he's not going to sound like these young guys like the Sean McVays who are like, let's freaking go, guys. Like, he's not gonna sound like that. Like, it's probably how he talks. It's fine.
Yeah, I didn't see anything wrong with that.
He's a Super Bowl winning coach, 180 wins. He's been coach of the year. I know he's definitely, especially towards the end with the Ravens, underachieved, but he's still a great coach. And he was the best coach on the market. And this Giants team at one point was a well-respected franchise. And it wasn't that for 10 years. This is fine. This is what I know. Listen, training camp's a long time. It's a while until we get to week 1. People have to make shit up until then. And this is the slowest time in the sports calendar. I think that's just what it is. Like, people getting mad. Like, come on. This is a big season for the Giants. Very big one. And they're in a good spot.
Even beyond that, what did he want him to say? It was the start of training camp.
I think they wanted him to be like a Robert Saleh. Remember, he was a horrible coach. They wanted him to be a Brian Daboll. He was a horrible coach.
But
being strong and energetic doesn't necessarily translate to wins.
Also, but you can be strong and energetic when there's something to win. There's nothing to win at training camp. It's training camp.
Yeah, Aaron Glenn's an energetic coach. The Jets suck.
Well, yeah, but anyway,
we are the damn New York Jets.
That's right, we are. But no, my important thing though is like a good speech reflects what's happening. You're not going to go out talking about how you're about to win a Super Bowl with all your rookies in the room, half of whom are going to get cut from that team. Let's just be honest. Most of those people are not going to be on the New York Giants. But the point of that speech was to say, right now, in this room, you are all New York Giants. We are starting a new era, and you're all part of that because every single one of you, for making it to this point, is a Giant. It was a perfectly fine speech for the beginning of training camps with only the rookies and new players in the room. I just don't see the issue. Again, it wasn't a soaring rhetoric or anything like that, but why would you go ballistic over a training camp? You can't win anything at training camp. You can't. There's nothing to win. You just play as hard as you can, so when there's something to win, you're ready. That's what training camp is.
There you go. All right. Let's do a new edition of Is This Cringe? I'm going to play you a few viral clips, and you tell me if it's cringe or not. Okay. So let's first start with somebody named the Double Dong. Right?
D-O-N-G?
D-O-N-G. So I'm gonna show you the Double Dong really quick. You tell me, what you think, right? So this is the Double Dong. Let's see, is what she gonna do cringe? Nice pretty girl. Looks like Sydney Sweeney type. She has a masha in her hand. So who's ready? Does anyone want to guess what she's gonna do? What could she do that's cringe?
Based on the name, I thought this was gonna be a dude, so I'm lost already.
I don't know, Matt. Let's just hit play.
All right, here is the Dumbledore. Let's see what she does.
Swallow? Yes. Oh, damn. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Right? Don't know nothing about that.
Oh,
let's go.
Oh,
Jesus.
That's wifey material right there.
Well, I suppose the name makes a little more sense now.
The gagging, man.
I mean, first of all, if you're gonna chug anything, Monster Energy is dangerous.
But she's literally licking that like a dick.
I think there was a white monster joke she was trying to imply
I'm sure.
with that.
Oh, that's just a ghost.
No, man.
But God damn, who wants to chug that drink out of all things? My God.
Allison, do you think she's a stand-up person in society?
She's fantastic.
Can I ask a question?
Very beautiful woman. Makes us all look super great.
Can I ask a question that's probably going to make me sad, Matt?
Oh,
how many views and likes did that have?
You want? Let me check. What? Mark
looks like you really want to know.
I'll tell you really quick. Let me see if I can find from the Dumbledore.
The name checks now.
The Dumbledore. Hold up. Before I do that, she really does look like Sydney Sweeney.
I mean, I guess she's blonde.
That's all you got to do. The Dumbledore.
I didn't think her face was,
Oh, jeez. So that has 439,000 views.
Okay.
Likes? You want to know how many likes?
Sure. Let's. Who's crazy enough to like that?
It doesn't tell me the exact number of likes, but it has 545 comments.
540. Okay, but it's got almost 500,000 views. Okay, I'll be honest. That's better than I thought. I thought it was going to be way more views than that. So I suppose there is still,
She also has this one that says many views. I just put this. What's going to happen here with the Dumbledore? It says bad girls get punished.
Oh, we're about to get NSF'd, I think. SW.
Well, maybe they want to wrestle.
All right, so this is clearly an OnlyFans girl. Yes?
I don't know. I'll check in a second.
I'm sure she is.
I mean, there's no way.
Brett probably knows her, so it's fine.
We're learning something.
It doesn't have it listed. Maybe, but she's a freak. Like,
I mean,
there's also
based
some
on
people who are not OnlyFans. They just do this for the likes.
I mean, with those two videos, I find that very difficult to believe, my opinion, but that's all right.
She might be a former boxer, for what I've seen.
That is actually genuinely very interesting. But there's also every possibility that that's a weird,
The Dumbledore. Jose, you support the Dumbledore?
I think we lost Jose also. Hold on 1 second from me.
Oh, man. But answer your question, guys. Is this cringe?
Yeah, it's 100% cringe.
Right, you're only saying that because I'm on the line. Say how you
I just think it's stupid. Like it's like it's weird.
But like stuff that like this girl, like we have Oceana just standing there smiling. The Dumbledore has to deep throat a Monster Energy drink, and yet, what are we doing in this world, huh?
Yeah.
Oh well. In another time.
Yeah, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do the same thing and chug a Diet Coke. See how many. That's what I'm gonna do.
Sorry about that. There was a dog.
Put the bottle in my mouth and knock it back.
Well, there are people who do chugging of things for content online.
Well, Badlands chugs.
Badlands, yeah.
Yeah, but he wins millions of dollars at the Nathan's competition doing.
Well, that's new. Apparently, that he hasn't done that many of those. Actually, that's a new thing he's doing. But yeah, this is not about the chugging. This is about the imagery.
Dumbledore. All right. Next
is it cringe? Yes. Sorry to answer that question.
All right, this next one. So earlier this week, Chicago Cubs game, we have the national anthem.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody wanted to make a statement like Colin Kaepernick, and then it led to a fan who didn't appreciate that. So we have right here. He's sitting, and we have this old boomer slapping him. He responds by standing and listening. No. Young kid decides not to stand for the national anthem. Old boomer gets offended and slaps him in the back of the head. Is that cringe?
Yes.
Which part?
Which
The
part?
whole interaction. But you
Well,
tell me,
because
you can tell me bits and pieces, like maybe you found the slap cringe or you found him sitting cringe.
no, the slap
Whole
was
situation.
cringe. Also, the most disrespectful thing that happened in that video was this dude making a fucking fit during the national anthem. And not the guy sitting down quietly. I mean, the guy yelling at people and slapping people during the anthem. You want to talk about respect the troops. Yelling at the people in front of you is not respecting the troops. Talking through it. There was a veteran who looked back during that whole thing, if you watch the video again. I hope that veteran went to that man and said, hey, I get what you were trying to do, but you went about it all wrong. That was more disrespectful than anything that dumb kid was doing. Um, but yeah, no, I do unfortunately think we need to start being ready to hit boomers in public at this point because what is that? We learn when we're in fourth grade. You don't use your hands or feet to solve disagreements, and apparently they all forgot that. They've been out too long, so I guess we'll have to teach it to them a different way. But yeah, no, cringy entirely. That man's actions. And also kind of cringy that the dude just stood
listen
up
to
and
him.
took it. Yeah.
Yeah, like I would like first of all, like we have freedom for a reason.
I'm like, yeah, if you're gonna just stand up with a smack to the back of the head while some old dude yells at you, then I would just start by standing up because you're not really making
So
you're not making
I
a
have
strong
some info
statement.
on this, right? So
Yeah.
the guy's name is Bob Chavez. He's
Which
a
one?
Vietnam War veteran.
Oh, the old guy.
and-
Okay.
Who hit him, and
Yeah.
he was really upset by it.
Well, I could tell
Listen,
because he hit him.
I'm very listen. I absolutely support everybody who practices their right to free speech. Whether you want to stand, kneel, or sit for the national anthem, that's up to you. I very much disagree. I feel you could at least stand for the national anthem. The veteran Chavez shouldn't have done that either, but especially for what Vietnam War veterans have gone through, I can understand where he's coming from. That's all I'm saying, especially the Vietnam War vet. Like that's
Yeah,
one
that doesn't
organization
change
that I would
anything
like
though, when I
to.
said.
What?
I'll be honest. Knowing that now, knowing he was a veteran, knowing it was Vietnam, that still doesn't change the fact that someone should have slapped, or not slapped him, should have punched
I
him
agree.
directly in the nose. I don't
agree.
care.
She
Listen,
should have
thank you for
had it
your
coming-
service. You're a piece of shit. I think you can say both of those things without any hesitation when somebody is acting that way. Not just when you see a person dressed in fatigues. If you say that, you're a piece of shit. But if someone hits you, if someone just hits you, I'm sorry. You don't have to respect that person. It doesn't matter what job they had. They hit you. And again, the cringy thing from that kid was not standing up for himself. That to me was the cringy thing, the other cringy thing. Because if you really are that weak-willed about this, then like I said, with respect, just stand up. Don't create a problem if you're not willing to stand up for what you believe in. Kaepernick, to his credit, right? He did his thing and he was very specific about why he was doing it, and everyone got mad and he didn't stop. It cost him his career, but he didn't stop. So if you're going to stand up because some freaking idiot slaps you in the back of the head and you're, oh, I'm sorry, no. Then just stand up to begin with. Because you're not making a point at that point. You're just being lazy. And I don't have any problem with making a point. I really don't like the being lazy.
Yeah, also the thing too is that like a lot of Vietnam War veterans that I've seen interviewed on like news shows and stuff, a lot of them like there's a lot of PTSD from Vietnam in particular because of what came out after the war was over and like how essentially they just let all those Americans die to protect American interests and there was really no threat. And you know there's a lot of Vietnam vets. It's like I mean like there's very mixed feelings about what was going on there, but like obviously this guy was
that guy.
Obviously this guy was a whole different ball game, but there's so many people who are like, so many people of our generation were killed because of stupid decisions. Yeah, I agree. But then this guy's like, still stand up. I'm like, bro, keep hands to yourself. Like, if you want the guy to stand up, maybe just be like, hey, sir, can you please stand up? Don't whack him in the back of the head. Like, my God.
That's what I mean. It's just.
Use your words, people. Use your words.
It's just insane. No, because it's insane. Because the people supporting this guy had the young kid turned around and hit this dude in the face for that, right? Then it would have been, oh, well, they hit a veteran. Oh, blah, blah, blah. They would have been crying all over Fox News. You know, you can literally hear them. You can hear the Fox and Friends segment about this. You can hear what Gutfeld would say about this.
Why is it Fox and Friends? They don't have any friends.
Well, they have each other, and I think that's what matters. And so to me, that's the bit that honestly pisses me off. Is everyone like, yeah, good for him, stand up for America. Had that dude stood up for himself, they'd be like, oh, why didn't you? You have to let him. You know, he has rights. He's a veteran. Blah blah blah. And don't start anything if you don't want anything. You don't want to get hit. Don't hit people. Don't want to get yelled at. Don't yell at somebody. It's that easy. Whatever you do, someone should do to you. And that works both ways. If you're good to people, they should be good to you. This guy wasn't good to this kid, and I have to imagine he's writ large, and I hate to be generalized, but I actually don't, not good to most people. That'd be my guess. And his job has nothing to do with that.
Yeah, man. You know, win stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Unfortunately, he did win because nobody said shit.
Well, all right. Has anybody heard of the last Is This Cringe? Watchell Law Firm. Any chance?
No.
Anyone's?
Who?
Watchell Law Firm.
Well, I'm going to say yes, it's cringe because Watchell. But let's see.
So Watchell Law Firm is a law firm, I think, based in New York City, right?
Okay.
I'll say something. You know, there's a couple of the video itself is cringy because you shouldn't. All right, where do I start? We'll start with this. You're in Bryant Park in the summer when the sun is down. It's in New York City.
Mm-hmm.
You are probably going to see a lot of people making out. It's a makeout.
Sure.
You know, people love to show PDA at Bryant Park when it's dark. Oh, I reckon any park, but especially Bryant Park.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's a makeout city if you're there when the sun is gone. So, if you know that, you know, if I support people showing public displays of affection unless they get freaky, then get a room. Well, actually, I should say that. Like, if you're like getting nasty with it, get a room too, right?
Yeah.
But in this park, you know, that's just what people do, right? So I don't get why this person was videotaping these two particular people making out, right? That I'm about to show you.
Okay.
The thing is, they were identified as, well, colleagues at Watchell Law Firm, where we have the executive hooking up with the younger associate. The same story, the tale as old as time.
I know.
The old corporate worker with the young girl getting it on.
Where's Chris Martin when you need it?
That is exactly what people were referring to in the comments, right? So the original video I was going to show you, you got to take it off, but it's the internet. I was able to find
the internet's forever, people.
So here we are, right?
You.
Okay, sorry, cringe enough.
Get a room. Dude, get a room. No, there's kids around. No, sorry, there's kids around. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. If you touch me, I have to touch you. Come on, get a room. Y'all was making out and there's kids. No. I don't record. I'm so confused what's happening. Y'all the guys making out, not me.
I mean, again, there's a million cringe-worthy things there. Not only the inappropriate work relationship, videotaping them, and understanding your surroundings, right?
Dude, but just, I mean, honestly, same with the Coldplay people. The response was so much worse than it needed to be. He said, get a room. Yeah, it's weird that he was filming you, and I would probably be like, dude, why are you watching me? But then just get up and go. Obviously he's gonna annoy you by filming you until you leave, so just leave. Just go somewhere else, man. The whole trying to take his phone, trying to get him to put his phone down, he's already got you guys making out. He's got the pictures. If he's gonna put them online, and guess what? He did. Then it's online.
It's over for you. It's already
But
over.
there's nothing you can do about it. But you know what you could do is if you make it less weird, right? If you make your response less weird, that video doesn't go viral if it's just him filming two people kissing. He says get a room, and then they do. Nothing about that's viral worthy. Maybe he posts it, maybe he doesn't, but it's not going to go super viral if they just walked away when he said get a room. But because they tried to stop him, even though he'd already filmed them, it made the whole interaction cringy and weird, and now he put it on, and now it's viral, and now they're screwed.
Also, just like, this is when people always assume things.
Oh, I shouldn't say they're screwed,
Right.
Actually. That's not correct of me. I don't know what the rules
To be fair,
are.
I don't know.
Yeah.
All I know is the conflict of interest. That's
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
broken. Maybe
Yeah.
they're both single. Maybe they're both with somebody. I don't know. Maybe we have a Rusidi and Vrabel situation.
Right.
But like we humans are so predictable. Like no matter what, you really are willing to risk your job just to get fucked. And that's for
Well,
all
again, they
genders.
they may be allowed to date. There are company policies that allow coworkers
True.
to date or be married, but
We're gonna wait. This just dropped the last few
yeah.
hours. We'll
But
see
the
if
way that they responded made it so cringy and therefore so easy to go viral.
Hey, put your phone down. Are you
Right.
at this point? You know what? You two just keep going at it. You know what? We're gonna go down swinging. We'll deal with it after.
Yeah, honestly, that would have been better than what they did. If he said stop kissing, get a room, and they said F off and went back to kissing, that would have probably been better than what they did. Because then that kid could have decided, do I want to be the idiot or do I want to just walk away? And the kid was clearly looking to go viral, so he would have probably just walked away.
Yeah, what a weird one. That whole thing is cringe. We'll see what happens with Winchell Law, and if the story gets more viral.
I don't know. Filming a couple of the lawyers against their will, that's brave. Because that's allowed, by the way. They're in a public space, but
yeah.
I'm not certain that there's, if that's a good law firm, they could probably find a way to ruin that kid's day.
Oh wow. All right, let's do some questions of the day, y'all.
All right.
I'm gonna ask a big, bold question for the first question of the day. After all the obsession talk and everything, this won't be an answer to many people's questions. Maybe it is, but let me just ask you once and for all.
Yeah.
And I'll be able to make a good clip out of this. But you all tell me in this chat, what is the scariest movie you've ever seen in your life? Like truly scary, terrifying. I can't sleep after watching that.
None.
Every single movie is
I mean,
walk in the park.
Even if you're not like I can't sleep after, you still have whatever. Something is obviously the scariest.
Yeah,
even if they're
okay.
all
If I had to pick the scariest, I would say probably Sinister.
Sinister's a good one.
Because the lawnmower scene gets me every time.
Never see Sinister.
Oh really? I mean, that's like kind of a classic. You should.
I think it's like a really good plot too. Like it's not. I don't know. I think it's like different.
I mean, I saw actually.
Well, The Conjuring's not bad. Like the original one though.
Yeah.
Like the
it's
first.
basically what I'm saying is there's a movie that gives you anxiety. Like I'm really
Eraserhead. Seriously, have you seen it, man?
That's
another one I haven't seen. David
Lynch.
Right?
David Lynch. That is
Original.
one of the most unsettling. It's not even like, I mean, it's scary, it's creepy, but it's just a super unsettling movie. It's weird, man. It is weird. And then I will say, OG Texas Chainsaw Massacre is kind of scary. I think so.
Like the old one.
1974.
Is it Leonardo DiCaprio in that? Or no?
No.
Who's in that? I'm trying to remember who's in the OG one.
In Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
From the 70s?
Yeah, from 74. I don't remember anybody in particular that was like super duper famous.
Or maybe it wasn't the 70s one.
What's his name? Well, what's his name was in Johnny Depp was in Nightmare on Elm Street.
No, there's another. I swear it was Leonardo DiCaprio in one of the.
I'm not certain he's done any horror movies, DiCaprio.
You want to know what the scariest
I need
movie
to
I've
look
seen?
this up.
What?
I really am. I'm not trying to make this a hot take, but Uncut Gems is pretty scary for what it puts you through, with a very unsettling ending.
Mm.
There's no jump scares whatsoever, but just like
No, it was
uncomfortable
Matthew
one.
McConaughey. My bad.
In the 1974 one?
Not in the 1974 one, but one
Oh,
about
okay.
Tuesday.
Okay. Yeah,
No,
that's
he's not that old.
I was gonna say he's definitely not that old.
And I think the original Exorcist is scary.
I do too. And also, if you go with the like just the sense of kind of dread or whatever, we talked about this with the drama.
Rosemary's Baby is scary too.
Midsummer was pretty decent.
Rosemary's Baby, this is true. Rosemary's Baby to me is scary until it's not. If that makes sense.
You know, a movie is not meant to be a horror movie, but has some moments where you're like, "Damn, that shit's dark."
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie. I think it's mostly the second movie than the first movie, but the second Ghostbusters movie is low.
Oh,
Yeah, there's a few
brother.
spots.
So it's so
I haven't seen the second Ghostbusters.
It's very
but,
funny, but there are some moments in that movie that you're like, this is borderline like psychological shit. Like there's some like moments in that movie where I'm like, that is dark. Like I'm like, holy mother of God. Like the scene where the guy turns into the creepy looking ghost with the baby carriage and takes the baby, and then there's that guy Vigo who like comes out of that mysterious slime and he's so freaking creepy looking. I'm like, okay, this scene is not really much of a comedy anymore. I'm like everything else was all for laughs with Bill Murray, and then this one scene is just some dark shit. Some dark shit. I still watched it.
brother.
First one 10 times better. But I was just like, man, that's some dark shit.
All right, my next question of the day for you, and then we'll do our nuclear opinions. And my questions, they pushed away.
Damn tablets.
What what is an accident that went wrong, but it wound up being a good thing for you?
A happy accident?
Yes. Give me a happy accident. What is a happy accident you've had?
I was mauled by a dog on the job, and yeah, that's like what all this is. I used to work. Yeah, I used to work as a case manager for the severely homeless and mentally ill, in like supportive services, and I was doing a welfare check, and I found my participant overdosed on heroin, and then her dog in the apartment mauled me and took off like part of my hand and opened my wrist and like my leg. And I ended up, yeah, because the cops didn't follow like protocol. So they were supposed to call like animal control, and they didn't. They sent me in the apartment, and the dog didn't have any rabies vaccines or anything. So I ended up getting 26 stitches in my leg, 8 in my wrist, and then my hand had to get like stitched back on, and my nails all fell off because the dog had like punctured my and fractured my hand. I got a nice settlement out of it. That was fun.
I mean,
I thought you were gonna say it made you.
That is exactly how you answer that
That's why
question.
you left.
That is exactly how you answer that question.
I'll be honest. I
dog can really eat you, huh?
Yeah,
no, literally. I'll have to show you guys the pictures. They're insane.
Yeah, I couldn't top that even if I wanted to. But
a
happy accident. I'll be honest, Matt. I don't know that I would categorize anything as a happy accident yet. I think they've just been.
Besides the Allison was a good one. It's like it doesn't have to be life changing. Like you could say.
No, I get what you mean.
I once somebody accidentally did Uber Eats to to my house instead, and I took the food.
Yeah, I'm not lucky enough to have anything fun happen.
That's never happened to me.
No, that's never happened to me either. But
shit.
Oh, I do have one. Actually. So I think I could probably say, oh, this is fine. But I was on a trip with a bunch of guys, and the Airbnb was in my name. And there was one rule exactly. It was posted everywhere. It said, "Don't smoke, no smoking." And I don't, I don't
because
smoke.
I get high. Because I get high. That goes
I
out.
meant it meant cigarettes specifically, actually, but obviously that too. And I don't smoke, but I knew a lot of the people on this trip did, and I really wasn't trying to be anybody's, father on this trip. So I just said, listen, everyone can read the signs, right? I'm not spending all my time watching for who is doing what. So I get called, the guy, and this guy was kind of a jerk. He made up a bunch of random shit that he said that we broke and we didn't, and it was a whole thing. But one of the things he said, in addition to all of the bullshit, was plus there was smoking, and I'm like, oh shit. Well, he's probably right about that. I of course denied it, especially since all of the stuff he had said prior to that was factually not correct. So I sent what I had, and he said that he was going to send all of his evidence. So I got a call from Airbnb. They said they have a picture of the smoking. All right, let's see it. So they show me the picture. It's not us. It was from the weekend before. He didn't have a picture of us. I couldn't believe it. I was like, this is insane. Again, happy accident because he had cameras and he was not lying, but he didn't have any proof because the picture he had, or at least the picture he sent, was from the weekend before we got there. I was like, that's incredible. How do you mess that up? But yeah, so there you go. That's a happy accident.
Brian wins.
I don't even know if I can consider anything.
I could just ask another question.
No. I think I might have something, but I still want to hear another one anyway. I think this might be sort of a happy accident. So when I was looking for new jobs a while back, way before what I have now, I left the media world and I applied for. I didn't think I was going to leave the media world at this point, but I was still in the sports world. I applied to be a director of media content and relations for a team in the indoor football league out in Massachusetts. And they didn't realize they filled the job, but they offered me the director of marketing, which was going to run social media and also do some other stuff. And I was like, cool, I'll take that. I was like 25.
That's great.
Yeah, but it was a shitty job. But after that ended and they laid the whole front office off at the end of the season, it made me realize, because I was kind of a happy accident getting the job, and I thought I was going to like it. Turns out I didn't. And after I got laid off, I realized I don't want to work in this sports industry anymore because you always got to be looking for your next thing. And I don't want to live that life. So I left that industry and now I'm 10 times happier.
All right, there you go.
So
that is a happy. I would say that's a happy accident. I think that counts.
Yeah.
Big amen spot right there. I'll throw in another quick question of the day. Question of the day. My other one is, can you tell me your favorite non-alcoholic drink?
Diet Dr. Pepper.
Red Bull, Sprite.
For me, it's either.
Oh wait, like any non-alcoholic
Any
drink,
non-alcoholic
or just
drink.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say Alani's.
For me, it would either be.
That's worse than alcohol.
I know my heart's
For
horrible.
me, it would either be a diet. It would be a Diet Coke, like a nice ice cold, crisp fountain Diet Coke, or, and Allison will back me up on this, a nice crisp ice cold papaya juice from Gray's Papaya on 72nd and Amsterdam.
Papaya juice
Oh,
is good.
God.
I will give you papaya juice is good, but
I don't
not.
think I've had papaya juice before. You know, Ryan, I had my first Taco Bell experience yesterday.
Oh God, why would you go to now while
No,
they're
we
giving
took the
people
lettuce off. We
poison?
took the lettuce off. It's fine.
He asked for no
Yeah,
lettuce.
I
post that
did. I
over the
helped him take
weekend.
the no lettuce off.
I was like, dude, this is the worst time. They're literally poisoning people.
But he got a Crunch Wrap Supreme with only like meat and cheese.
Well, I mean, yeah, the
onions.
lettuce is poison.
The lettuce and the tomatoes and the beans are also good in it.
Matt didn't. Matt, okay, look, Matt didn't want explosive diarrhea. There's no. It's okay.
I had it regardless, and I didn't even have lettuce.
I had a nice, healthy removal of that when it was time. At a later time of the
I
day.
will say
healthy removal.
What's it called? I will say Diet Dr. Pepper it's my favorite soda, and I do quite enjoy it.
I love Coke vanilla.
Mm.
Or is it vanilla Coke? Either or. I love a classic vanilla drink. I don't think it's around anymore, but I used to love mug root beer. Is it around anymore?
It's around.
It must be
home.
somewhere.
Is
It
Yeah.
is. It is. I see it in like bodegas sometimes. I see
It
like,
must be
bottles.
around. But...
Or what's the gray one? The gray one, like the gray.
Bargs.
Oh,
the
Briars
Is that what it's
barrel
called,
one.
Bart? I used to think it was so cool. Root beer, look at me drinking beer. Gug, 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 gug. And then you have real beer, and it's like night and day.
Also, a good cup of cold brew coffee.
I mean, yeah, I like cold brew.
A good.
I
cup
love.
of that,
You know what?
man.
I rarely drink coffee, but what I do, I drink it black. And I drink my tea. Is it black tea? I don't put anything in.
I love
black
me a
tea-
good sweet iced tea.
Black tea is a type of tea. That doesn't necessarily mean you're not putting anything in it. Black tea is actually just a type of tea. It's just like it's a flavor. Because there's black tea, green tea, herbal tea. Like I love both black and green tea.
Oh, I love green tea. You ever have you know what's also a good drink? I loved orange soda. Vanilla orange soda.
Really? I'm not a
Right,
huge.
Kel Mitchell.
I'm not a real orange soda person. Like it's fine, but
From
it's
Keenan
definitely
and
not.
Kel, but I love orange soda, and I love grape soda. You know what's ass? Kool-Aid. You know what's ass?
What?
Sierra Mist at the time. Sprite is 10 times better.
Wait, let's see if we know this. What is Sierra Mist called now?
Starry.
Starry.
They changed the name, huh?
Yeah,
You didn't know that?
because it used to be called the Sprite Slam Dunk Competition, and now it's the Starry Slam Dunk Competition for NBA All Star Weekend. And instead of the Money
Interesting.
Ball, they have the Money Ball, and then they have the Starry Ball. And the
I
Starry
hate that. Starry Ball?
the Starry
Don't like
Ball.
that.
It's
Have you
sponsored
ever
by
had-
Starry.
I don't like that at all.
Baja Blast?
Yeah.
I just did recently, like within the last year.
That was good. Back in
Go
the
down to Taco Bell and get me a Baja Blast.
day. Who was that influencer with his uncle? He always knows. I want a Baja ha 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 blast.
Yeah, I remember that one.
They still make great content. We got to bring them back. The Mount Rushmore of the influencers we would show: Raging Italian, Davey, the blonde retiree, occupational cares, diversity affairs.
Yeah.
And those two. Those are the Mount Rushmore.
Oh, what about what's it called? What's his name? We thought he died.
Died?
Yeah, he gives the advice. It's Jose's favorite.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
The hell is his name?
How we forget?
game is game or
Game is
something?
game. Game is game. Yeah.
He's like, man, you know what? I cannot even repeat. He had good advice, but
Well, he had advice.
Immoral.
I would say.
Yeah, he had advice.
Yeah, me and Allison agree. He had advice.
I gotta look him up. He's gotta still be around. Game.
I'm sure he is. But yeah, we thought he died.
That
He
was a
didn't,
legit internet story.
I was
Yeah,
just
I know.
hoping. I was just hoping that you guys weren't using him anymore out of respect, but that's all right.
Out of
What's
respect
that?
for him.
For me,
No, we don't use them anymore because I mean we just moved on. But
we thought he died.
that's no. We found out he didn't after that. We covered him. Then we covered that the story was that he died, and then we brought him back and we found out he wasn't dead, and then we just kind of stopped because you can't really use
How
that.
to avoid child support? Is he farting? Oh no, those are running things.
Those are the running away.
I thought the emoji was farting.
Is he farting?
That does look like it.
That is. That's those I use whenever I like fart. I send those emojis. I do.
I believe you.
I'm farting. Oh my. That'd be the one thing to make me lose attraction to my celebrity crushes. One fart will do it.
You say
That's
Chuck-
it.
Nuh-uh,
Wait,
because
did
Sydney Sweeney farted and you thought it was hot.
Well, they said that was fake. So I was
Wait,
like,
did you ever cover this on the pod? Did you ever cover what was it? Chuck Schumer giving a speech in Congress,
No,
and
that was
We
during
didn't
the
cover it,
hiatus, but
but we did
I
see it.
definitely texted about
he
that.
he let one rip, like, and you could totally tell by his face he was definitely trying to hold it in, and he just couldn't, and the microphone caught it.
You can't even lie, guys. Trying to hold in like a fart that just needs to like come out
It's
hurts
painful.
so bad.
It
It's
hurts.
painful.
What?
No, it's
You know,
painful.
I heard
It's
one thing
mentally
I
painful.
learned. If anything, a loud fart
Mentally
shows healthy gut health.
There you
Oh, then
go.
I'm
There you
safe.
go. There you
Perfect.
go.
That
That's
is a
that's the best way to
deadly
look at it.
is bad. Like you should be concerned. I actually saw some doctor video do that. And another good drink to end it off. I love me some pina coladas, alcohol or non-alcohol.
You
But
like pina
Non-alcoholic ones are so
colada?
good.
and then I just want to say, if they can figure out how to do a Malibu Bay Breeze without
Without the
alcohol, I
alcohol?
have no problem saying that is my favorite. I
Okay.
don't care how girly that is. You know, I'm gonna order one this weekend at
No,
Gabby's
you like
birthday.
a cosmopolitan, Matt.
I'll order a Cosmopolitan, no problem. You take a picture of me.
No,
I have
Cosmo's
no
a fancy
problem.
drink that you could try. It's
I
fine.
just said it because of Sex in the City.
You can say you
Oh,
can
okay,
hold
yeah.
me accountable now and take the video, Allison. I'll have no problem going up and I'll go to the bartender, all the pretty girls, and say, "Hey, I want a Cosmopolitan," and I'll announce it. "Hey, look at me with my Cosmopolitan." You can hold me accountable with that.
Yeah.
That and then the one we said we would do, that video I sent you, the guy at the subway platform.
Yeah.
He screams, "Hey, ladies, guess what? I'm single.
I
Who wants my number?"
wonder if that ever worked
He
for
showed some
anyone.
screenshot of somebody texting him, so
Oh, there you go.
we'll see. All right, give me your. Before we go back on another hiatus, give me your nuclear opinions, everybody. You tell me your hottest opinion, your hottest take in your world or the world around you.
Okay, so my nuclear opinion is well, this is a weird nuclear opinion, but it's only because I've been home a lot recently, and usually when I'm home, I'm watching something on streaming. And my favorite time of year to be home sick or whatever, just take time off, is October because I love all of the, well, A, I love outside, but also I love like the Huluween, I love the Netflix and
Yeah.
chills. I love all that stuff.
Netflix and chill.
That's really what they call it, yeah. And my thing is like, and maybe like there's a streaming service that like exists like this too, but I kind of wish they just had that all the time. Like,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
especially
Shutter. You gotta go to Shutter. You never heard of
Shutter,
Shutter?
that's a real thing.
Yeah.
All right,
Shutter has
I've seen a
it?
lot of indie ones. Seriously.
how much does Shutter cost?
Look at this. This is real.
I'm looking at
Hold
it
up.
right now.
How much is
Shutter.
it?
It's a streaming service only for horrors. Never heard of that? It's a real
I
thing.
quite literally
Oh.
never heard of this.
Look right now.
Oh,
Look at me.
Shutter.
How
I
much
don't know
is
where
it
my
a
camera is.
month?
You see this right here? I think
I
it's
see it. Yeah, I just pulled it up here.
$7.99 a month.
That's not
Okay,
bad.
so my nuclear opinion is somebody give me $7.99 a month, well, so I can try Shutter.
There's literally every horror that they can license.
Yeah, so that's my nuclear opinion. But my nuclear opinion was going to be they should make a dedicated page to horror, like without
it's
having to
real.
click on it. You should be click on it, but it's actually real. So nuclear
Right here.
opinion solved.
They have Halloween, Texas Chainsaw Massacre here.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's a real thing.
I
Brett,
love
this
that.
is perfect. This is a perfect Hanukkah gift for you.
That's right.
I get it.
That's right.
I get it, Matt. Get it. Leave me alone.
My nuclear opinion is that horror movies, everyone should at least watch one once because they're not gonna hurt you. They're not meant to hurt you. They're meant to like scare you a little bit, but not even that. Like nothing's gonna come out of the scream and get you.
Those are the best movies to watch with a group. Is a horror movie.
I love horror movies.
Okay, well, I'm gonna say something along with that now, along with the one that I was gonna say, because now you've inspired me, Allison. But the refute I have for that
Is it
is
about Ghostbusters?
no. The refute I have for that is the directors of horror movies, which also let's remember this, most of the people that direct horror movies only direct horror movies. That's why you don't hear about them. They're only directing
Sure.
that.
That's
A
true.
lot of a lot
To a
of
degree,
the
that's true.
yes, the directors of horror movies make horror movies because they have a lot of fucked up PTSD and they have nowhere else to put it, so they want to scare everybody else.
Hard disagree.
1000% correct.
That,
What?
Master.
yeah.
Okay, maybe some of them, but hard disagree. There's some very well-adjusted people who do horror stuff.
How about, buddy? I really want to see this one. The one with the demented
yeah, with
TV
what's his
show.
name's in it.
Dude, I have to
Keegan
tell you,
is.
Matt,
Keegan Michael Key is in it.
have you ever seen the show Happy Tree Time Friends? It's
Long
like
time ago, yeah.
it was literally like, and it's like bunnies, and they're like la 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 la, la, and then their heads get like sliced off, and
I
they're
hate
like,
that, but yeah, I see that.
You
The demented kids show that will get me every time.
it's just the idea of them, like some of the plots of those movies. Like I'm just like even the ones that are based on like legendary stories. Like it's just like
Doc Days Inferno.
no, like it, but like I first of all, like I got to meet the guy who created the Saw movies, Dan Hefner. He's an alumni of my college, and he actually
That's
spoke
cool.
to my class. Super chill, super chill guy. But you can just tell by the way he speaks. Dan Hefner, I'm not bad mouthing you, go Bombers. But the only thing I will notice is that one, obviously, artists are all a little weird, and I think we can all agree with that. Artists are all a little quirky. They all have weird mindsets. That's why they're so good at what they do.
Yeah.
But the way he talks, I'm like, yeah, there's something deep in this guy's mind of why he said I'm gonna make a puppet that freaking like chops people's hands off and decapitates people and like mentions
But
that he's
did
gonna
you
kill
but
children,
did you
like-
know, Brett, that he also produced George of the Jungle too?
No, he did not.
I promise you he did.
No, he did not.
I
I
promise
like
you
the
he
first
did.
George of the Jungle.
Yeah.
Brendan
Bad
Fraser
movie.
in George of the Jungle.
you just ruined Brett's freaking life.
So there you go. In case you're wondering, the guy who brought you Saw, prior to bringing you Saw, brought you George of the Jungle too.
I love how Ryan had his shit like ready to go. Pulling that
I'll
up.
tell you
But
mine.
yeah.
Is that it? Or
Yeah, I think so.
Well,
Oh wait, no, what was your actual one? Your non-horror based one?
my non-horror bit. Thanks, Allison. This one is a lot of people probably would disagree with me based on other sitcoms, but after rewatching it because I wanted to show it to Allison and now she's falling in love with the show, I have to say this, guys. I've watched a lot of TV. Ted Lasso is arguably one of the greatest shows ever made. And if anyone disagrees, that's fine. But it is arguably, without a doubt, in my opinion, one of the greatest shows ever written, ever created.
Genuinely, I have not seen it. So
I've only seen episode 1 and I loved it. I will finish it.
Episode 1's what got me hooked.
It's a go. It's just good. You know what, Brett? I'll watch episode 2 by the time we do another pod together. Absolutely.
No, Matt, I want you to finish season 1 by the time we have another pod together because each season's 10
You know what?
episodes.
I'll do it.
There are 10
It's a
30-minute episodes.
right? That's easy.
What?
I can accomplish that.
Yeah.
All right. I'm looking forward to adding to the mix there. My nuclear opinion is TV related too. Did you see that Fox this fall is releasing a spin-off show from Family Guy again about
because it worked well last time.
It's called Stewie. The show is Stewie. It's about Stewie Griffin. The show.
This is still a baby.
Yes, it's still a baby. No, it's not an adult. It's not all grown up Stewie version.
So how is that going to work? Because he still lives in the house with his
I
parents.
don't know.
It's just Family Guy.
It's gonna be better than the Cleveland show.
Well, yes, obviously.
There's clearly, Fox. I do think there is a world that even these network shows can still have virality and can still have popular shows. It's hard, a lot harder, but it's possible. I guess what the last Abbott Elementary.
Yeah, that's
people
people like that one though. Yeah,
I still like Family Guy. I still laugh at Family Guy.
Like, do you watch the new? I don't see the new episodes. I don't know.
I don't watch them in real time. When I do watch them, it's because they come on like it's in syndication. So like after it airs on Fox, it airs on TBS the next day, and that's when I usually see it. And I still laugh. There's a lot of great Family Guy references, like just moments in episodes that just make you like, especially like when they make fun of because they keep up with current events very well. They're like not as well as South Park, but they do keep up with current events very well.
South Park does it best doing just movies now, just 2-hour movies. I like
But it's,
that.
but it's funny. Like I still laugh at Family Guy. People think I'm dumb for laughing at Family Guy. I'm like, Family Guy's still solid.
Oh
It's
yeah,
not-
funny.
Yeah, I think it's still funny.
South
I don't
Park's
know
still
that the
funny.
Stewie. I don't think the Stewie
They
show
got
is
$1
probably
billion
going to help
deal.
them.
Remember, Matt Stone and Trey Parker. They got
Yeah,
$1 billion
Well,
deal
South Park, yeah.
to make new stuff.
Well, I think Stewie is probably gonna. Here's what I think is gonna happen with Stewie because Seth MacFarlane, with all the bombs he makes, he still does a lot of great successes. And like the Ted show did not bomb, but the only reason
No,
why
that didn't bomb.
yeah, and the only reason why they stopped after 2 seasons is because he said it's so expensive to make because of the animation of the bear, and he said the studios were very like they just said they just couldn't afford to do it anymore, which is
People love that show.
yeah,
I think they could. That's just making shit up.
I think so too.
I think they could, but they said it was expensive to make, and it also took hours and hours of editing, and they were like, oh, we can't afford to pay these people to do it anymore because regular animation is so much easier. But like he can like if this show bombs, like this show
won't bomb.
This show won't bomb, but if it
Because
does,
it's Stewie.
if it does, it'll be after.
I think it'll bomb.
It'll be
There's
after
no
the
doubt.
season ends rather than halfway through.
But it's Stewie.
I don't
right?
even think people watch the first episode. No one needs this. It's Stewie show. I think
that's true. Yes, there's a world where no one watches it, but I feel like
that's the world I think it's going.
If anybody watches it, they're not going to give up on Stewie. He's a beloved icon of pop culture.
I just think you could fill that time slot with new original ideas.
That's what I would do, Matt.
It clearly works. I do think now we're in an era where movies are better than TV. I think it switched in the last few years since Barbenheimer, honestly.
Yeah, honestly, kind of. Yeah, movies are back.
And TV isn't as strong. You still have shows like The Pit and
there's always good shows, but
House of Dragon and Landman and stuff
whatever
like that.
else.
But
yeah,
it's just not as. But even those aren't as saturated as the other ones. Like where we were. But just movies are back.
Oh yeah,
and I don't think they're ever going away at this point. They're building an IMAX theater at the Paramus Mall, it was Paramus Mall.
Let's not forget, movies did go away for a bit. So
in popularity.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. In popularity, they're never going away, but in popularity, the popularity wanes and shifts.
The theater experience is never going away now.
No, why would it?
Exactly, that's the point. Like there was no. You're 100% right. It was definitely threatened, but I just think the passion of filmmakers is so strong that they refuse to let it die. That's why these Kirby Barkers and stuff like that with Obsession, and
they've hit an
equilibrium.
Ideas. They've hit an equilibrium too. Like
yeah.
I think they found the right levels now, and that's good because that's going to keep everybody happy and open. And as long as they keep doing new stuff, obviously, if we fall back into the trap of just 180 superhero sequels, then we're probably going to end up in trouble again.
I did see Disney announce that they will have Marvel material at least scheduled till 2042, and you know what? They're just going to lose money like they did with Moana, and that's on them.
They'll just have to keep firing people.
Yeah.
Eventually, Pat's going to get the axe. So they can make Spider-Man 14 when Tom Holland is retired at 70.
I'm not that interested in the new Spider-Man movie. What else is there to go? Where else is there to go?
Well, now nobody remembers who he is. I think that's the hook of this one.
That's not enough to get me in the theater. Okay.
I would agree.
Anyways, Ryan, Allison, Brett, you did a great job. Jose, you did a great job too, wherever you went. But we'll see you. See y'all next week. So just one show next week, Wednesday, SummerSlam 2026 preview, and then we'll be back at it next Sunday, the 2nd, a SummerSlam 2026 reaction. No more wrestling for a while after that. One and done after the shit that they give us, but that'll be
wrestling.
discussed.
Yay, wrestling.
That'll be discussed, but when Tom Brady pulls up to SummerSlam and challenges Paul,
I'll be watching
for Saudi WrestleMania, and then that'll be a fun story to talk about. But regardless, the Tweet Cap will be back, and it will be back Tuesday, August 4th. We're going to take a week off and enjoy the last week of July, and we look forward to catching up with you again on the Tweet Cap on August 4th, that Tuesday. So see you next Tuesday and I can't wait to hang out with you all then. That's right, Paige, Allison Utz, Brett Mayerson. My name is Matt Brown. I'm the host of the Productive Conversations podcast, and we'll see you all next week for SummerSlam preview, and then we're back together in a week and a half. Peace out.
See ya.
Peace.